Hi ladies, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk All Things Women. Today we're talking about mother guilt, mommy guilt, mom guilt, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not a mom, listen anyway. You might understand what the women around you are going through, or you're going to resonate with the idea of guilt, and I give some suggestions on how to let that go. First, mother guilt. What is it exactly? Well, it's this experience that a woman feels when she thinks she has made the wrong decision or is letting her children down. And before I talk about the triggers and why it is everywhere and overwhelming for many, I want to talk about where it comes from. Yeah, you know, because I've said this before and I will say it again. 95% of what we believe and what we do is predetermined. And what I mean by that is your culture, your religion, your gender determines a lot of what you're going to do, roles and expectations you're going to try to achieve and live by. And unfortunately, there is this unrealistic definition or expectation of what it means to be a good mom. There's this social expectation that women are constantly trying to achieve. And we'll talk about the negative impacts that can have on a woman, on me and you, right? I remember the first time I felt mother's guilt. I hadn't even held my baby in my arms. At 39 weeks, I found out that Gavin was frank breech. And my midwife and doctors believed that I could not give birth naturally. And so I was having a planned C-section. That was devastating for me. And I kept telling myself, healthy baby is what matters. How they get here is not important. And I just repeated that again and again so I didn't feel bad about the situation that I found myself in. I hadn't done anything wrong. I didn't have to feel guilty or carry that weight, but I did. And then when he was born, he didn't latch. And I thought, no, there's no way I'm not breastfeeding. You see, I had already ticked off what it meant to be a good mom to this newborn child. And if you've ever tried to breastfeed a child and it be unsuccessful, you know the hardship and the craziness that I was going through. Your hormones are crazy, you're hot, the baby's upset, you're upset. It was very difficult. 2 weeks in, he latches, and great, I get to breastfeed. And I think I'm a good mom because I didn't give up. What I probably could have used in that time was someone that said to me, Lynn, it's going to be okay. Formula's going to be fine. And I could only imagine now what that might have done to my nervous system. Unfortunately, mother guilt doesn't just dwindle away once your baby gets older. We don't automatically feel great about being moms, and it attaches itself, mother guilt, to us in all different areas. I remember feeling guilty about not buying my kids like name brand clothes or like the latest gadget. I felt guilty about not buying them what they wanted. And then when I did, because I caved, not all the time, but I did, I'm only human, I would then feel guilty about spending the money on something they didn't need. Guilt can be crippling. It can be so very difficult. And as they aged, I still carry mother guilt. 1 year, Gavin's socks for soccer were white. And I remember looking at the other boys and seeing like really bright white socks and wondering, how did those moms get the socks that white? And why couldn't I do that? Like, how ridiculous that I was looking at socks to determine whether or not I was being a good mom. Comparison, is that a word? No, it's not. Comparing myself to other mothers was a big fault of mine. I did it a lot, over and over. And eventually that comparison, well, it wears down your self-worth. You start to feel pretty shitty about what you are not doing. And so I had to constantly remind myself of what I was doing well. Even that time I didn't get my kids signed up for summer school. Not summer school, camp. And some of their friends went and they didn't. And I thought, man, how did those moms manage to do that? But then I stopped myself, got my shit together, and realized my kids could go to a different camp. It really wasn't a big deal. The idea here, ladies, on this Mother Day weekend is I want you to give yourself permission to let go of that mother guilt. Because if you don't, like it did for me, it will attack your self-worth. It will create anxiety, trying to keep up. You compare, then you want to keep up. It's this like vicious cycle. Or you will burn yourself out trying to do it all. And then in the end, you're not being a great mom anyway. So what? You spend all your time bringing them here and there. They get to experience it all, but you're miserable. That's not going to work. So if we could stop and remember that the unrealistic expectation society has put on us is actually not an expectation we have to uphold. We can let that shit go and redefine what being a good mother means. And the best part of it all is that you get to make your own definition and I get to make mine. And don't judge me and I won't judge you. And we become happier and more comfortable. And the anxiety dwindles and the self-worth rises and our children are happier. Motherhood is going to look different for all of us. Figure out what it is that you need to do to feel like a good mom. Not because someone told you, because it feels right for you. So how can you start doing that? Well, I can tell you what I did in letting go of mother guilt. One, now my kids are older, right? Teenagers, young teenagers, 13 and 15. But I actually started talking to them about a year ago about different things that I had done in their childhood that I might have done differently. But I explained to them that I'd never been a mom, that I was new and trying my best and doing what I thought was right in the moment. But now that I was a little older and a little wiser, I might have done things differently. And I explained what I would have done differently. But that, what they experienced has made them who they are, and that's fine, and they survived, and so did I. But admitting it did relieve myself of, the guilt, I guess. And just going, yeah, that happened. It's okay. We're moving on, right? Also just taking deep breaths. You know, when Gavin was 20 months when I had Molly, and her first 2 years with Gavin was really hard for me. And there were times I had to stop myself from getting angry at a toddler. I had to forgive myself for that. And I could just say now, wow, if only I hadn't stopped and taken deep breaths. So simple, so effective. So simple and so effective. Like many things, right? We just have to remember when to use them, to have that self-control and go, okay, pause, wait. What do I really want to do in this moment? So admitting, taking deep breaths, taking time for yourself, that is not a thing you need to feel guilty about. So just try doing those 3 things, okay? I think it might help. It's what helped me. Do I still carry some mother guilt occasionally? Yeah, but not nearly as much as I used to. And I'm hoping that you too will come to that realization. You have the power to let go of those social expectations of motherhood and redefine what being a good mom means to you and what's best for your children. On this Mother's Day weekend, I hope you are treated with a little bit of extra love and you get a bit more attention, and someone is maybe cooking you breakfast or bringing you a coffee. Maybe there are flowers on your kitchen table. And if not, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being a good mom. Thank you for doing your best in what I think is the hardest job in the world. Thank you. You're awesome. Keep going. The kids are going to be fine. Peace, sisters.